we do have our survival guide from shouty man Josh the Lore Allen. It's quite fun to get. So we've got that, which of course means free B-roll for everyone who makes World of Warcraft videos that we can all use, thus saving us hours. So cheers, Lore. Really handy. Fun, him playing into his own meme. And we've got the official patch notes. So yes, there's those. Don't need to go into the patch notes. We already know what's up. Another thing, the WoW Companion app. This is going to change everything. You can research the cipher of the first ones from the comfort of your phone, which actually is important. Ish, sadly, depressingly. So it's a nice touch that this is here. It's also bad that the timers are there. And the reason why you would want this on your phone is, let's just say, you do research. You've already got the cipher currency. So you've done the research, but the research finishes while you're at work. Then you're thinking, okay, great. I can't log into WoW for 5 or 6 hours. I'm going to lose all of those hours of research. Now you can do that on your phone.
Yep.
Which, look, that ultimately will slow down things like people unlocking mounts and pets in the new zone. Because for some reason, hey, want mounts? Wait 10 days, motherfucker. It's such a weird thing with the cipher of the first ones. I haven't actually talked to you that much about it, but I was looking. I think Soul was pretty against it, if memory serves anyway. Mr. GM, pretty against it. I think Tally, pretty against it. I don't really know what it's like in streamer land, but I'm pretty sure none of the streamers want it as well. And when I look at comments, it doesn't seem like anyone wants this. It seems like the only reason why there's timers in the cipher of the first ones is that Blizzard thinks it's a good idea in spite of essentially universal feedback. So, yeah, it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
Why did they do it like this?
Well, I mean, I know that sounded like a rhetorical question, but I do have a vague theory on why I think.
Yeah.
So I think it's probably a matter of currency balance.
Yeah.
Where if you want to balance that, and I actually, I don't know what else is available for the cipher currency, if anything. I don't know if that's purely the actual progression of the tree or not, but
some things in a vendor that you can unlock.
Yeah, sure. So in that case, then you have this problem of, or this idea of currency balance versus time, where time is a way to stop people from getting all the currency and just nuking through it in one go, which is, obviously we'll just let people nuke through it, but then you put a weight on the currency. Kind of the same with anima in the early days, where you couldn't spend a whole bunch of anima on the restrictively high expensive things.
That made it so much more fun.
That took a day or so. Yeah, of course. But I think it's mostly down to they want you to spend that cipher currency on other vendor things as you go. A little bit, maybe. Maybe not.
I don't really think so.
Okay, because I was thinking then it's to stop people from just getting all the currency and you can get out being done, to kind of add a little bit of pacing to it.
I think it's that.
And then it kind of delays the gratification of it and lets you build up more cipher currency than you're just spending immediately. So I think it might just be the delayed gratification, because I think that was one of the reasons they cited. I might be completely making things up, but I think that's one of the reasons they cited for the Great Vault, which is delayed gratification. Same with the weekly. Obviously, that was to solve a problem, but there is argument for delayed gratification for people doing things and not making it feel a bit better to them. So there's a possibility.
I actually had a motivational psychology researcher hop onto my Twitter and be like, "Oh no, 100% this breaks it."
The Glades thing?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Specifically with the Great Vault. But yeah, no, it's that whole, like, you're separating the reward from the, the input from the output.
Oh, yeah.
I think that just makes it feel pretty bad.
Oh, yeah, no, that's, I can't remember the name of it. Because there's 4 types of reward scheduling. There's fixed, there's fixed something else, variable rate, which is the pull the lever, you only get it sometimes. Mm-hmm. And then there's pull the lever and then get it anywhere between X and Y time later. And that one completely kills everything because it cuts that link in your brain of pulling the lever and getting the thing. So, yeah, turns out delayed gratification is not good for training motivation in players.
Yeah, well, but I think it just depends on the sort of reward. In this case, I think it's pretty clear, though. People are like, I want to get this upgrade so I can do the thing. I mean, can you imagine farming out the currency? Let's just say you're excited about the mounts in this patch. You farm up the currency, you finally unlock it, and you have to wait 5 days and 18 hours.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's stupid, right? So, look, at least you can optimize the timing of your upgrades via the companion app. But, man, Blizzard, Why you got to do it like this? Come on, there's other ways to do this. I mean, I'd even be happy with them making the Cypher stuff more expensive, but instant. It's just, if you're the WoW dev team and you're doing a bunch of things that are basically stopping people from playing your game, like, you gotta watch out. Because more than ever, the day 1 through 7, like that first week experience of a patch is more and more and more important for the Warcraft team because there's so many other competing products in the market and they're in such an unhealthy spot with the game that they really just, they can't afford to do things like that.
Yeah, I mean, actually, that reminds me of the, again, I might be misremembering this because I haven't watched it in a long time, but the GDC talk, I think it was, from the Path of Exile developers, Grinding Your Games, and they were talking about how they design how do they design PoE so people can quit, and they just go, well, once you're done playing this game and you're not having fun anymore, we make it so people can leave, and whatever they've done there will carry over, not power wise, but like in account progression wise, to the next time they come back. But we design this experience and they have a great time whenever they come back. Whenever we introduce a league, we want people to have a great time immediately, and then they have a good. I know you think about memory versus experience, where your memory of an experience is more important than the actual experience. So if you remember something as being, especially if you're quitting a game with resentment in your head, you'll remember the resentment stronger than the good times. So they design people to go, yeah, I've had a great time playing this. There's been nothing pissing me off about this league. Obviously, they've failed at times for sure, but most of the time they aim for people have a great time playing for be it a day, be it a couple of days, be it a week. Then they just go, oh, well, I'm done. I'll come back later. But they just have this memory of this good experience. Whereas the first week of a patch, if it's heavily time gated and people have to jump through a bunch of hoops to get what they want, and they don't like the hoops, because obviously you can design fun hoops to jump through, but if they're not fun hoops, then that's the idea of just you've made a bad experience and they're going to go, well, I'm going to be done now and I'm going to remember the resentment as opposed to have a good time. So I think that's a pretty good point of that. Like,
there's stuff like coming in and being like, hey, everyone, the protoform synthesis system is actually pretty cool. The mounts you get from it, they look pretty cool. There's a bunch more player freedom and stuff like that in this system. It seems like a good evolution of mounts that doesn't involve you farming rares.
Indeed.
And you have to wait 10 days and 18 hours until you can do it from whatever point you start the patch. Yeah. So if somebody's excited for that system, like, I get it. You could get more game time by, just doing the timers, I suppose. But I don't see the benefit. I don't know. It's whack.
Yeah, I mean, it's the equivalent of leaving a trail of breadcrumbs to the thing that's cool instead of just giving them the thing that's cool.
Yeah. So it seems a little bit weird. Now then, 2 vicious PvP mounts. That's another thing we've learned. So they were both data mined, but now you can actually get both. So if I get the images, so the frog and the wolf, which you know what, both of which look pretty damn cool. Also thinking, I mean, is that just a case of you'll get because you get the vicious saddle.
Yeah,
the saddle goes for one of these. So is this then basically sort of saying, yeah, this PvP season's going to be 2 seasons long? Or something like that, right? So anyway, that's what is up with those for the PvPers. Now we also got the official survival guide, which doesn't really have a bunch of new info. Of course, we do have Josh, having a bit of fun, so that's always good. I mean, that's what it is. It's Blizzard's little preview video.